Peace, Black Power. You know, it is what it is. We're at war. Always have been since we got off them fucking ships. We've been at war with the Caucasians. Now we're in 2017. And it seems like we're going backwards. They try to take away our little rights. You be seeing the Klan and stuff all across America armed. What I'm saying? But when it comes to us being armed and trying to police our own communities and help our own people, we become terrorists. Everybody look at us as terrorists, thugs. And I wonder why is that? What's the point? Why are y'all calling us that and y'all really the real terrorists? We ain't took over nobody's land. We haven't, committed mass genocide on the race of people. But we the animals. And y'all walk around with white faces, with y'all white privileges, disrespecting our people. With that foolishness and that rhetoric that y'all got going on. But we know what's going on, and we seeing what's going on in this world. Y'all voted Trump as y'all president, as y'all leader. That's why, and you notice I say y'all because I don't recognize him as my president. If a man don't speak for me or my people, he can't be the president over me. I'm about my race. Race first. So, I guess I consider myself as a nationalist, which the country is heading towards that way anyway, back to nationalism, separatism, and I feel, we need to separate from them. We don't need them policing us, I refuse to go back into slavery. I'd rather be dead than be a slave. I'm not good in taking orders, especially from no motherfucking crackers. But I wanted y'all to peep this video. Chief Muhammad Ali out of Florida, the national chief in charge of the Revolutionary Black Panthers. And I want y'all to check with the message that this brother got for us, because this is going to be kind of deep on what this brother break down for us, as far as how these people, view us and how they, alienate us and criminalize us. Based on our beliefs and our skin colors, because that's what it's all about, that color of the skin. You see them brothers in the background, the melanated brothers. And I don't know half of them brothers, but I know a few of them brothers that sisters that left from Milwaukee to go join in with the fight as far as deployment and going out there to speak to the people, and also put their lives on the line for the people. I'm just thankful for the ancestors for protecting and guiding them, because, so no matter how I feel about certain individuals within that group, they still my people, and this is about race first. So I want y'all to listen to this.
Police department and the district attorney, because we have been in counsel with attorneys, and you will be sued. You will be sued. Also, in the fullest context of going against the U.S. Constitution and for violating our civil rights, our constitutional rights and human rights, and at least making that attempt to. So you have no power or authority to disarm people who lawfully have a right to carry. Stop talking about picketing and protesting, because we're not doing that. The same way two white males in 2015, July 23rd, 2015, were able to stand armed publicly, but not just armed publicly. They wasn't protesting and picketing just like we are in front of the National Guard recruitment station. They had no problems armed with assault weapons the same way we are armed. There can't be a double standard. District attorney, you are supposed to uphold the law, so you do that. Police chief, you're supposed to uphold the law, so do it. But don't try to vilify us, because it is wrong and you are the criminals for even trying to make an attempt to go or speak against the United States.
Brandon Smith happened 3 years ago. Why are you guys now here?
Well, because express.
Now you just heard how that cracker just try to, rationalize the whole situation, you know what I'm saying, to try to throw us off. Talk about what happened 2 or 3 years ago. They still our people, no matter, you know what I'm saying, if they died 20 years ago, if it's by the hands of the beast, you know what I'm saying, we had the right to speak for them because we are the voices of our people. We don't die, we multiply. You know what I'm saying? Energies can't be destroyed. It can only be reharnessed. And it's been reharnessed through this brother and through his speaking.
Herself. And this is something I took near and dear to my heart. So this was in 2016, just a few weeks ago, about maybe 6 weeks ago. So it's not about a delay, because had it been something, because you see, it had media coverage, but it was really marginalized. It wasn't to the extent that someone getting shot 27 times and someone actually not being the according to the actual empirical information, not being the shooter. You have the ATF, the FBI, state police, local police, and the sheriff's department, all against one man, and he is dead. And also there's a gentleman who asked to perform his duties. He was a nurse who came to the humanity, and that is genocide, and it is inhumane. I myself, outside of being a doctor and a leader of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, I'm also a hunter, and I used to teach a hunter safety class. I'm a certified firearm instructor. I have taught to make the shot that you're doing as humane as possible, and that is hunting an animal. But you will shoot a human being 1 time, 2 times, like Brother Walter Scott, 8 times in his back, 27 times to Brandon Smith. This is wrong, and someone has to stand up against it. And we're here. You have no problem really with us being armed, and I'm saying really with us just. I'm sorry, you do have a problem with really just being armed and just doing an action with that. Your major problem is the fact that we are citing your actions as genocide and as the terrorism it is. We are tired of terrorism. You are no better than Al Qaeda or ISIS. And I despise ISIS and I despise Al Qaeda. Not all law enforcement, but the ones who are criminals. Not all law enforcement. We are not anti-police. We have members in the Revolutionary Black Panther Party who have backgrounds. So I'm not going to call names or anything like that in law enforcement. So we are not anti-law enforcement. We're not that. We're just anti-criminal regardless of the occupation.
Why do you guys need to be armed? Tell us why.
Because this is the United States of America, and we have a right to bear arms.
So anyway, you can walk us through what you guys plan to do tomorrow. I know the kind of schedule has changed. Can you just give us the latest update of what's going to be going on tomorrow?
Well, what will be going on tomorrow? We will be proceeding with our Human Rights Tribunal. We have basically sent information out. National System has done this. Sent information out regarding a press conference at 11:30 a.m. Exact details will be given out shortly, so everyone will know way ahead of time about that. The tribunal is at 12:30 p.m. and we will be on 1:30 p.m. lawfully speaking, doing everything in our power to be lawful people with an armed action at 1:30 p.m. At this time, I'm not going to give those exact locations for logistic reasons, but it's not going to be far off anywhere. For logistic reasons, I won't do that.
When can we expect?
Yeah,
you'll get that first thing in the morning, but I'm just not going to do it tonight.
But 11:30 is you're going to be doing your new press.
Absolutely, 11:30 a.m. in the morning, and Eastern.
That's at a new location as well, correct?
Absolutely, okay. And you get that way ahead of time. But for certain reasons, I won't do it because I think it's very criminal and it's an abuse of power to make such statements as you're going to prosecute someone who's armed. This is an open to carry state. We made it clear to you we're not doing any protesting or picketing or any of that. We made it clear that we're not doing that. You keep throwing that on us. That's like somebody who goes to their car and they're in their trunk and you keep saying it is against the law to break in a car. That's their car. So it's like saying a man who's going in his trunk, that's his car, that you keep citing that it's illegal for someone to go in a trunk, break in a vehicle, I'm saying, while he's in his trunk, he didn't break in a vehicle, that's his car. It's the same way you're citing something that has nothing to do with what we're doing. We're not breaking the law. We're not picketing. We're not, again, don't plan on having any funerals unless that's something you're trying to do, and we don't plan that. Well, maybe that's your plan, but it's not ours. So none of that. So don't do that. Don't cite us out of context. We're not doing that. We actually are obeying the law, and all that information will be given as far as locations are concerned. But the reasons why we're not doing it now is because these people would actually take the time, resources that they can actually put into distressed communities like Creekwood. They would actually take that to target human beings and citizens who can lawfully bear arms. We're not felons. We're not any of that stuff that you try to throw out there or try to vilify us with. We're not any of that. To actually target human beings because of their association, because we are Black Panthers in the Revolutionary Black Panther Party. And at this time, I fully understand it, because we are Black. This is not the days of slavery. This is not Jim Crow. This is the day, this is 2017 in the 21st century, and we will not tolerate anybody doing that. So we will pursue every avenue of litigation, domestically and internationally, according to international law, because the things that you're also doing is a war crime where someone with a gun murders someone. So you're not getting off the hook. And one of the attorneys that we have been in contact with made it clear to us about some unscrupulous behavior of this district attorney. I heard a lot about you, and I really need you to be a respectful person. We haven't disrespected you in any way, so don't disrespect us. I'm appalled by the police chief getting on television talking about give them 5 minutes of fame. We don't want 5 or 10. We don't want any fame. We want justice is what we want. Black power. Black power. We want justice. Justice for Brandon Smith. Black power. Black power. Justice for Walter Scott. Black power. Black power. Justice for Lamont Key Scott. Black power. Black power. And justice for all victims of genocide. That's what we want. You may want fame. Who had the press conference first? You did. So you came for 5 minutes of fame. And it was the goofiest looking press conference I ever seen. I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it 100. It didn't look too cool. You look kind of uncomfortable and like you didn't know what you were talking about, and using straw man arguments. So it was the goofiest press. I've never seen a goofier press conference than that one. I've seen.
What do you have to say to the police chief that said, "Don't waste your time coming out"? When you tell
same one I'm talking about.
What do you have to say to that?
What I have to say to him is that it is very disrespectful, and I would not disrespect him like that. That it is very disrespectful to say such things. We are not criminals. You know that we have a right to do what we are doing, and it is very disrespectful to do that. And you owe us a formal apology for doing that. I still haven't disrespected you yet, so you owe us a formal apology. You took an oath to uphold the law, and you took an oath to uphold the Constitution. You are the police chief, so I actually expect better behavior from someone like yourself. I expect better behavior out of you as the police chief. Your behavior should be in a higher threshold. I expect that from a beat cop, but not from a police chief. I expect better behavior out of you, sir. So you owe us a formal apology for that statement about don't waste your time coming out and acting like as if we're criminals. There's some good people in the community. Well, pardon me, but I'm a good person. I'm a father. Many of us are professionals and fathers and people who actually believe in justice and law and order. So don't do that, sir. It is very disrespectful. So that's my message to him. He was very disrespectful, and he did and we need a formal apology. Formal apology. Formal apology.
Anything else you would like to tell us about tomorrow, about what we should be expecting? Anything else?
We're expecting tomorrow, of course, for us to obey the law. We will be armed, and we will proceed with all it is that we have lawful intentions to do.
Black power! Black power!
Black power!
Black power!
Justice for Brandon Smith!
Justice for Brandon Smith!
Justice for Walter Scott!
Justice for Brandon Smith!
Justice for Lamont Key Scott!
Justice for Lamont Key Scott!
Justice for Lamont Key Scott! Justice for all!
Justice for all!
We respect all life and all humanity. We respect all life. It's just the fact some people like to try to lump us and say, you guys are racist? And no, not at all. We respect all races, colors, and creed, and we stand on human rights. It's just the fact that people of African descent suffer the hardest. So we predominantly help the human life and human rights of Black African people, but we stand up for all humanity.
Black power. That was a pretty good video right there. them brothers out there, man, putting in work, man, traveling country to country, man. I ain't gonna say country, but state to state, because we are in one country, but state to state, excuse me. And they just out there spreading the message, man, about arming and protecting yourself. And that's what every black man and black woman should be striving to do, is to protect and stand on their own 2 feet, man. We don't need these people, policing us. You can't even call the police on the domestic violence nowadays without calling them, and they coming in trying to kill one of you. We got to stand up, man. We at war. I don't know how long a lot of us gonna be, because we so riddled with diseases and mental illnesses and stuff like that that's stagnating us, keeping us down. We got to stand up as brothers and sisters, man, and keep carrying on the fight, man, because we are in the fight for our lives, and they gonna get better until we make it better. So, with that being said, man, it's peace, black power. We got to stand strong, race first, and realize we're in a fight for survival. And you got to realize that our enemies, man, is trying to destroy us, trying to get us off this planet, man, for our resources. They feel like they don't need us no more because we taught them everything that they knew. They didn't know nothing about how to take baths. They didn't know how to hunt. They didn't know how to start fire. They know everything now. They know how to create music, which wasn't musical people. And it takes some years and years of practice to learn our culture, like to learn how to move like us, to learn how to talk like us, to learn how to dance like us, to learn how to rap, sing. You got to look at it for what it is, man. These folks is culture vultures, and they at the point where they don't need us anymore. You know what I'm saying? We served our purpose. So it's time for us to become nationalists and become race first and be about our people. Get up under that UNIA, learn what Marcus Garvey, the blueprint that brother laid out for us, because the blueprint has already been laid out. I know we have a lot of brothers and sisters out there that's so mentally messed up to the point where it's hard to trust our own people, because they'll sell us out because they don't want freedom. They like the lives that they live, and they like the crumbs that master scrapes off the table and feeds them. And you can't be content with that. You know what I'm saying? I like, when I eat, I like to eat a healthy meal. I don't want to eat no crumbs. I want to have a healthy plate in front of me. So that's what we all should be striving to get, our healthy plate, so we can further, and we can turn it into something great. We got to teach our babies, take them out of this public school system and teach them about our ancestors, teach them proper mathematics and how to read and write. Teach them other trades. We got to stop, using our mind and coming up with new shit and selling it to these people, man, that don't care nothing about us. We got some real talented, beautiful people out here that can uplift us and teach us new things, and bring new inventions and stuff like that to us, so we can, we can be on the market where we can trade and sell stuff to other races or people. Why do we always got to buy from them? Why can't they buy from us? We got a continent over there in Africa, big old continent, man, with nothing but beautiful African people, man. And we should be connecting with them. That's what we got social media. That's why we got these devices. You know what I'm saying? We got to be for our people in Africa. We got to stop denying that we are Africans because that's where we come from. No matter if your ancestors left Africa back then and came to other places, they still Africans. No matter what you want to say, how you want to view it, you know, we came from the motherland, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, we just got to stand strong, strive, stay black, stay powerful, man. Stay trying to be powerful. Stay trying to uplift your people and teach your people. You know what I'm saying? So we can have a better tomorrow because we never know. We might wake up tomorrow. We might be in a war zone, you know, here in America. And these white folks is arming themselves and they getting bold, man, because they got a new leadership. And under that new leadership, he's giving them, he making it to the point, he making them feel like the stuff that they do is safe for what they do, and the shit that come out their mouth is cool. And we got to start checking that. You know what I'm saying? And we got to check ourselves, man, and check the people around us, man, that's not really leading us nowhere or really trying to help us get nowhere, but always got their hands off for our money, like these pastors, these lecturers, these bootlicking ass leaders that they put in front of us, like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and the list goes on. You know, so we got to do better. We got to strive for greatness. And that's what this year should be, striving for greatness. You know what I'm saying? And striking the fear of black power and giving, you know, to our Caucasian counterparts. They got to know the power of the black man and the black woman is not to be, you know, denied or looked over. You know, fuck that Black Lives Matter, African Lives Matter. You know, when we see our people over there in Africa hurting, we should be hurting. They watching us. The world is watching us. They want to see what we gonna do. And if we uprise and stand up and stand strong, they gonna stand up and stand strong alongside us because everybody is tired of being oppressed by these Caucasians, man. How can a motherfucker animal tell a civilized being how to live? That's just something that you need to think about. Again, how can an animal teach a civilized being how to live? Anyway, peace and power, race first. Join your local UNIA division. Become a member or be associated with them. Learn who Marcus Garvey is. Learn the vision of Marcus Garvey. Practice the blueprint because we're in the business of trying to build leaders, not followers. Anyway, peace and power. Black power.